And I just realized, like, wow. Well, okay. What has happened today? My understanding is that Rekieta Law has gone completely insane. My understanding is that like there have been lots of oof. My understanding is that there was some crazy happening on stream last night, and I haven't seen it yet, but I saw people spurg out about what happened uh, on Kiwi Farms while I was at work. So let's go see if we can try to let's see. I guess Nick is seething about the fact that his e-friends he bought with super chats earned from his fake persona and his daddy's money are slowly abandoning him. Poor John, son of Hokins. He's getting all this heat projected on him because Nick's butt buddy Kumalai broke up with him, and legal mindset has supplanted him as Law Pope, and his nanny left him, and all his other e-buddies beside his best friend of all, Dick Masterson, are now making fun of him. Yeah, so that seems to be like the trend going forward this year is that Nick seems to have lost a lot of his allies, right? Last year we were still seeing like a sliver of the old support. You know, people were doing law panels with him. You know, you have like Megan Fox, you have like those guys, like that circle, law team as a community used to actively have Nick involved. But I think at the turn of the year, like he really drove everyone away. I don't think Megan Fox has been on the same stream as him since the whole like diaper fetishes thing, right? And you can see why. That might be one of the most deplorable things I've ever heard him say, right? It was like an absolutely disgusting thing to say in any context. And I don't blame anyone for distancing themselves from him after that. But yeah, like it does finally seem like this year is going to be like the collapse, right? This is like going to be a complete nightmare scenario for Rekieta because he has lost all the respect that he used to command in this community, right? Nobody is supporting him anymore. Kumalot like kind of half-heartedly did it. Like I saw him come out and try to say like, "Oh, Nick is under a lot of stress." Nonsense, right? And apparently that effort went unappreciated considering how he's been talking recently about how they're apparently fighting behind the scenes, but we don't know anything about that yet. But John, son of Hokins, might be pretty sad, but you're far, far sadder and even less masculine since John of Hokins probably isn't paying money to let Jamaican men oogle his wife's boobs. Oof. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can. There was a whole bunch of clips that were posted that I haven't seen yet. Let's see. A walking skeleton. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Let's see if. Yeah, do they have any more clips? I thought these were longer clips. We might have to go to like the actual stream to get an idea of what's going on here. But let's see. No, Nick, you piece of shit. Okay.
This is my therapy session. So since we're in therapy right now, guys, I need some advice.
Work more.
This is a barrel dovetail.
Ah!
61.25% alcohol. That's a lot of liquor per shot.
What?
So,
Yeah, a lot.
To the chat, ask for your professional opinion.
No.
I don't want to kill myself, but I want myself to be punished. What is the appropriate punishment for 60% liquor on a lonely, lonely night where my favorite faggot John is still, in my mind, walking down the road to the hospital because basically like watching Stephen Hawking walk. If you ever watched Stephen Hawking walk, it was really simple. He didn't.
Nick, that is the stupidest. I don't. What is he even saying? Like, I don't know what he mean. Like, huh?
Lonely night where my favorite faggot John is still, in my mind, walking down the road to the hospital because basically like watching Stephen Hawking walk.
I'm not even cringing. I'm just confused. Like, what is he trying to say? Like, really? Like, what is this guy trying to tell me? Is this a joke? Is it an allegory for something? Is this some deep philosophical lesson? Like, is this just, am I just not high IQ enough to understand what the law pope is telling me? Like, what is he trying to say?
Ever watched Stephen Hawking walk? It was really simple. He didn't.
Okay, ooh, my kettle. Yeah, I forgot my kettle. Let me get my tea set out. Oops. Yeah, I was in such a hurry to go live that I completely forgot to I didn't get my tea ready. Uh Did I put green tea? Alexa, set timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
Oops, fuck. Alright, tea has been set. Alright. Okay, what do you make of that, chat? That was crazy. Alright, next let's see, next clip.
Let me go to bed. I hope you have a nice night.
Oops.
I hope
Every single time, huh?
there are no Johns in your life who demand you to save them from the fucking world that they can't navigate and then ask a fucking can of beans to kill them just for acceptance. John, that's embarrassing. But go be British. Cheers to you all. Cheers to John specifically. Cheers to the Kiwi Farms. Cheers to Josh Moon, the most autistic person on earth with zero human interactive experience, telling everybody on earth how humans interact. Go get him, Josh. I love you. I hope your suicide. Wait, oh shit. Hope your lawsuit makes $1 million. Hope your suicide doesn't make any money. I hope your lawsuit makes $1 million. Cheers to you, man.
The $1 million thing is such a meme at this point. Like, come on.
It's a suicide thing was literally an accident. If I was going to wish suicide on you, I'd do it explicitly. It was Freud if your mother was a fucking guillotine. Here we go. Hope you have fun. Enjoy, by the way, Mad at the Internet. This week, where Joshua Connor Moon will not obsess over Rekieta law for another segment.
Obsess?
Enjoy it. Have fun with it.
Obsess?
Nobody gives a shit about anything we do. Everything we do is for laughs. Everything we do is for some level of subscriber and contribution. And everything we do, we all know that when we get off this fucking camera,
Alexa, stop.
holy shit, here's all the things I really need to do. Those faggots will never understand because they're like, dance monkey. And I'm like, I'm not a monkey. I'm at least 51% white. They'll never understand. People will never get it. Just do your show. Have fun. It's fucking great. Piss people off.
Yeah. How is that working for you, Nick? with no friends. You're about to lose your wife. You're gonna lose everything you have. People are legit speculating that you might have lost your trust fund, that your parents might have cut you out of it. Yeah. Keep telling you like, oh, everything's fine as long as I'm having fun. Well, are you having fun, Nick? Doesn't look like you are to me. It looks like you're miserable. Like, there's a couple of images here. Look at this. These images have not been edited in any way. Look at this. Like, he does not look good. Look at those, like, sunken in eyes and that, like, just that vacant expression. Like, he looks terrible. Yeah. Is that the face of someone who's having fun? Like, no, it's not. Like, the whole fun thing, that's just a cope. Like, he has no idea what he's doing. Not with the show, not with his personal life, not with his career, nothing. Like, he has no idea what he's doing. Let's see. I love the watch Null obsess over this throwaway line after he accidentally says that he wishes for Josh's suicide. How fucked up was he? Very, very drunk. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's like terrible. Yeah, that's not as bad as I was expecting, considering people like how people were talking about this. But yeah, that is pretty insane. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go.
But John, son of Hokins, I hope you have a good day. John, I've always meant this sincerely. I hope you live. I hope you find peace, you have solace, you find support, you find a community that will build you up. If it's my community, great. If it's any other community, great. So, John, why don't we come clean to the Kiwi farmers about how pathetic your life is when you judge everybody else's? So pathetic, John. You had to pay $5 a month. I don't know how many blowjobs you gave or mashed potato cups you exchanged.
So he's straight up calling out one of his local supporters for no reason, apparently. Like, apparently this guy is depressed, and Rekieta is straight up like attacking him. Why? Like, this is abhorrent behavior. Like, really? Really, Nick?
To get $5, you had to pay $5 a month to get the ability to message me instead of just saying, thank you for paying $5 a month. This is Rekieta Law. Engage in your interaction or whatever. I just said, hey, I heard about what you're going through. Like, if you need any help, let me know because I don't want you to die. Right, John? Never wanted you to die. The one person on this earth who never wanted you to die, but you know what you did, John? You engaged in lies specifically. You know why? Because you couldn't afford friends. So you had to buy them with fake clout. John, son of Hokins.
So John couldn't afford real friends. Like, I thought this a lot about like Rekieta and his friendships, like specifically. It seems like he throws a lot of money around to like make people around him like him. Like that's always the thing the impression I've gotten of him is that like that's how he makes friends, is that he just like shows off all of his stuff. His hot tub, his house, like, his wife apparently. Like, oh, look at, like he said that about his wife too. Like, oh, you couldn't afford lady rackets. Like, what does that mean? Like again, Drexel says this like specifically, and I haven't like seen Rekieta dispute this. Like, their belief, well, Drexel's belief, is that like relationships are purely transactional, and that's of course like ridiculous, but like he really does seem to think it's true. Like with the way he acts and the way, wow.
I don't know what Southwest state you're in anymore, John. I just know you're still there because you can't afford even a taxi cab to the grocery store. And yet here you are. Moral condemnation on other people based on falsehoods, but also based in part, according to you, on your moral and ethical and personal superiority to those people. Well, you couldn't keep a family, couldn't keep a job, couldn't keep a government check, could not keep yourself from putting a gun that you couldn't afford with bullets that you borrowed in your mouth until a streamer told you, hey, John, maybe you should just go to the hospital.
Wait, wait. So this guy was about, like, literally had a gun in his mouth, and Rekieta talked him out of it, and Rekieta is no, no. That is just, you've got to be kidding me. This can't be this can't be real. Like, he can't be, like, how much of this is true? Like, is he exaggerating, or did this actually happen? I'm really kind of confused about the situation he's describing here. It's baffling to me. Let's see.
Well, you didn't respond, John. Let's take the person who saved your life, demanded you to save your own life, to say all of the lies about that person without ever even having the decency to say, hey, is this true or not? That's what you did. You traded someone who saved your life for internet clout from Kiwis who are probably just like you. They're just like you because they cannot do anything. But enjoy the company, John.
I don't know. I don't know, Nick. I can't speak to any other person who uses the farms, right? But, like, no, like, let's be real. Like, Alyssa's not like that. I'm not like that. I'm not even sure I would say, like, Kino Casino are like that, right? Like, that, like, most people seem to be who use the forums seem to be well-adjusted individuals. Oh, okay, maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but but, like, yeah, like, to suggest that, like, everyone on the forums is, like, depressed and, like, on the verge of suicide, like, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's accurate. I'm gonna press X to doubt on that. Like, that is just a complete lie.
One person kept you from eating a bullet you would have had to borrow from a homeless. One group of people would have laughed when you died if they found out. Cheers for picking the right side on that one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch the whole stream. This is insane. This is some
Now,
insane bullshit.
take John's story and apply it to the majority of Kiwis. You'll figure out why nobody cares what they think. With that, ladies and gentlemen,
I care what you think, Kiwi Farms. I don't care that you have a threat on me right now. It's not like anybody posts on it anyway. Like, I don't I don't disrespect you the way Nick disrespects you, okay? Like, come on.
we're here. But we are going to go away. I love you. Hope you have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, there will not be any delay or weird shit going on.
Imagine how he must talk to his wife. Like, oh, I love you, but you're a disgusting, ruined, like, older woman. Like, like, you just know, like, it seems like he's really good at, like, making his voice sound somewhat natural when he's saying, like, some of the most deplorable things imaginable, right? Like, I've done this before, like, with the Drexel streams, like, when he's talking about some of the more degenerate stuff, when, like, like, the cryo sex chambers, for example, like,
because I hate the delays. I hate the rescheduling. I hate all that shit. I really do. I know it impacts you. It impacts me too. Talked about it at the beginning of the show. I hate that stuff. Working to eliminate it. A bunch of fucking curveballs that we never saw coming. Once it's eliminated and I have a trial schedule, you'll know. Until then, I'm going to go to bed. I hope you have a nice night. I hope there are no Johns in your life who demand you to save them from the fucking world that they can't navigate.
yeah, I hope. What? like I yeah, don't be there for other people, guys. Like don't support people on the verge of suicide. Don't care about other people. Like oh, you should just have fun all the time. Like bad things never happen. In the world of Nick Rekieta.
And ask a fucking can of beans to kill them just for acceptance. John, that's embarrassing. But go be British. Cheers to you all. Cheers to John specifically. Cheers to the Kiwi Farms. Cheers to Josh Moon, the most autistic person on earth with zero human interactive experience, telling everybody on earth how humans interact.
He talks so much shit, but can't back it up, like at all. Like he's saying all this terrible stuff about like random people in his chat, about Josh Moon, about Kiwi Farms as a whole. Like he doesn't know any of these people. Like he has no idea. In fact, he was like supportive of Josh and the Farms until they started making fun of him, right? Like that's just like no. Like that is straight up no.
Go get him, Josh. I love you. I hope your suicide. Wait, oh shit. Hope your lawsuit makes $1 million. Hope your suicide doesn't make.
Yeah,
any
Fruity
money.
and
Hope your
sleep there.
lawsuit makes $1 million.
That's
Cheers
good.
to you, man. Suicide thing was literally an accident. If I was going to wish suicide on you, I'd do it explicitly. It was
Sure.
Freud if your mother was a fucking guillotine. Here we go. Hope you have fun. Enjoy, by the way, Mad at the Internet. This week, where Joshua Connor Moon will not obsess over Rekieta Law for another segment.
He doesn't talk about Rekieta that much. It's like maybe I've seen clips like from Alyssa that last maybe like 8 minutes, right? Like it's not obsessing, Like I would argue I'm more obsessed. I think Casino are more obsessed. Alyssa is more obsessed. Like I'm curious, why doesn't he talk more trash about Alyssa? Because I think out of everyone, like Alyssa does way more to like uh, to showcase Rekieta's degeneracy to a mass audience, right? What I do is relatively niche. What Casino does is niche, but I think Alyssa has like kind of made a name of herself by making these clips public. I would not be surprised if these clips aren't up on Alyssa clips like later tonight. Honestly, she's probably in bed now, having a nice little like just enjoying herself. Alyssa, like I've been up all night. I'm so jealous, but anyway.
Enjoy it. Have fun with it. Guys, it's the internet. Nobody gives a shit about anything we do. Everything we do is for laughs. Everything we do is for some level of subscriber and contribution. And everything we do, we all know that when we get off this fucking camera, we go, holy shit, here's all the things I really need to do. Those faggots will never understand because they're like, dance monkey. And I'm like, I'm not a monkey. I'm at least 51%.
Okay, hang on. What did he say? We gotta repeat that.
We do is for some level of subscriber and contribution. And everything we do, we all know that when we get off this fucking camera, we go, holy shit, here's all the things I really need to do. Those faggots will never understand because they're like, dance monkey. And I'm like, I'm not a monkey. I'm at least 51% white. They'll never understand. People will never get it. Just do your show. Have fun. It's fucking great.
Like people have been bringing this up a lot, but like his schedule makes no sense. Like he fires up a stream at 11 p.m. Okay, why are you not getting your like scheduling things done during the day? Why are you not getting this worked out with your wife and like everybody else? Like why is it such a big deal? Like, why are you late so consistently? Like, it doesn't make any sense. People have been bringing this up, and like his claim is that like he's just so busy, but like, what is he doing? Like, I brought up this claim before, and I don't know, like, it's like James Rolfe, right? Where he always does this thing where like, oh, I don't have time to do this, 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 and this, and like in reality, he has like all the time in the world. Like he just doesn't want to do it, right? And it's the same kind of energy with Rekieta here, where like he just doesn't want to do his job. He does not want to stream, and that becomes more and more apparent like the more you watch him.
Piss people off. Most importantly, piss John off in your life so much And he wants to take a discount razor that he can't afford and chop it to his wrist because the government gave him a Section 8 razor. He's like, I'm going to kill myself. And I'm like, John, this is how fucking pathetic you are. All you had to do today was suck dick for $20 anywhere in a metro area. You couldn't do that. Instead, you went out to a rural area, got down on your knees, and you couldn't raise $2. You know why? Because your lips look like mine and mine are manly. It's the weird shit that goes on. The internet is the weirdest fucking place. Normal life, all day, every day. And then someone's like, oh my God, did you see what Ragged said? People are like, what did he say? It's like, just go watch the stream. It's not there. Anyway.
Fuck,
I
why
love
is it
this show.
spinning?
I love you guys. This is my therapy session. So since we're in therapy right now, guys, I need some advice. I have this. This is a barrel dovetail. 61.25% alcohol. That's a lot of liquor per shot. So, to the chat, ask for your professional opinion.
Ah!
I don't want to kill myself, but I want myself to be punished. What is the appropriate punishment for 60% liquor on a lonely, lonely night where my favorite faggot John is still, in my mind, walking down the road to the hospital because basically like watching Stephen Hawking walk. If you ever watched Stephen Hawking walk, it was really simple. He didn't.
Yeah, I can see why Nick's
here you go, guys.
comedy career never took off.
We're done. Thank you for hanging out with me. Best part. All of the chats like, this John guy's fucking weird. What was that about? Hey, John. I know you'll watch it. I know you will. And I know you'll sit there and go, I literally begged a YouTube streamer to save my life because I couldn't end my own. John, buddy, you could have just hired an 8-year-old to kill you. But you didn't. You know why? You couldn't afford the 8-year-old. John, get help, brother. Not for me.
This is like completely mask off. Like this is what he actually thinks of people in his audience. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
It was never for me. I told you, I can't save you. I can't save you. You're like the
I know enough about Rekieta to know that yes, he doesn't work. He stays at home all day. Like he has a cushy streaming job that he doesn't do. Like again, I'm well aware of what his schedule is like what he's claimed does not add up with like what we know.
only friend I have. I literally cannot make your life better. You're the only friend I have. I'm not your friend, John. I never was. But you do pay me $5 a month. That's nice. I can't afford $5 a month. Well, you're gonna. Because I want you to know, John, fake love don't last. You're an embarrassment to yourself and humanity, John. All you had to do was look at yourself in the mirror and see what every other masculine man sees. Look at yourself in the other and go, fuck. Way hotter than I thought, and I'm still fucking embarrassingly ugly. And then you walk away. John couldn't even do that. You know why? We'll figure it out. Okay, here we go. Talking Trash and Truth says,
Wow, that is just terrible. Have there been any updates? Let's see. Is there anything else to talk about? I kind of want to watch the full stream. Oh, here we go. Uh, let's see. Okay.
Type 2, try this simple bedtime sugar hack starting tonight to regulate glucose levels almost overnight. Type 2, try
Oh,
this
come on, I
simple
skipped the
bedtime
ad.
sugar hack starting tonight to regulate glucose levels almost overnight. Type 2, try this
Shit.
simple bedtime sugar hack starting tonight to regulate glucose levels almost overnight.
good luck, brother. Seriously, look. Null and I have my beef or whatever. I don't hold any malice towards Null. Don't hold
Yeah,
any
sure you
malice
don't.
towards
That's why you
human
complain
folks.
about them
They're
all the
a
time.
neutral place for people to discuss celebrity in a gossip manner. Go for it. Never shut them down. Never censor their speech. I'm frustrated with some of the shit Null has said that I asked him to do that I never, ever did and never, ever would. But hey, if he perceived a conversation differently than I intended it, all right. I don't think he's
Hang on, let's repeat that. We gotta look at that
in a
again.
gossip manner. Go for it. Never shut them down. Never censor their speech. I'm frustrated with some of the shit Null has said that I asked him to do that I never, ever did and never, ever would. But hey, if he perceived a conversation differently than I intended it, all right.
You were texting him for like 2 hours. There was no room for miscommunication. Like you both knew what you were doing. Like no, I think everyone's 100% on like Null's side here. Like that was just
I don't think he's
ridiculous.
lying there. I think he's just maybe not following. I want Null to win. I think it's funny that some of the issues that Null is facing are issues that he has claimed would never be a big deal. It's treated very nonchalantly. Okay, I think that might be funny. I don't know if those issues are actually going to come out though. Okay, next. Woo. C. Goody says he lost the case and the money. I don't know what that is. Tesmanot says, what is your opinion on secession? Was it legal then and now? Secession's legality is draft.
Okay, let's
This $36 gadget cleans any bathroom in 5 minutes. It's a new handheld scrubber that's already... This $36 gadget cleans any bathroom in 5 minutes. It's a new handheld scrubber that's already being... This $36 gadget cleans any bathroom in 5 minutes. It's a new handheld scrubber that's already...
Last of the Yahoo says, it's like your advice on losing weight. Just stop being inconsistent, fuckhead. Now drink, entertain me, and tell me you love me. Look, last of the Yahoos, the one thing I really want to do is stop being inconsistent. I fucking hate it. I really, really fucking hate it. I know. I've canceled shows. I've rescheduled shows. I fucking hate it. My life has dramatically changed away from the original schedule to what it is now.
Okay, so what is it? Does this have something to do with the worst day ever or whatever? Like we still don't know what that is. Like what exactly has changed? If anything, considering he became a full-time streamer like ever since he started, like it comes off like he would have more free time, right? Like not less. You know, like again, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the schedule thing. Like what he's saying doesn't make any sense.
And I'm not
I'll keep in mind I just came off a 12-hour shift, so I immediately fired up the stream. So I'll be working like 13 and a half hours today.
oblivious to that at all. What I mainly want is for people to find a place where they enjoy at a time that they're able to enjoy it and a time that I am able to deliver it. Lately, I have not been able to deliver it at the same level that I have been in the past 5 years of streaming because my schedule changed. And I keep getting this shit thrown at me very erratically, late at night, middle of the day, but it keeps going on, whatever. 1 day, 2 days at a time. And I'm like, fuck, I can't deal with this thing that I have to do. I got
What thing? Like, do you have to manage like the train of bulls that are running through Kayla right then? Like, what do you need to do in the middle of the night?
it. I can't tell you guys about it. It wouldn't matter what the answer is anyway, because
Yeah, okay. So the fact that he says that, like, I think it must be something really embarrassing. It is like the reality. People are talking about like maybe he's building his sex dungeon and or like whatever, but like, yeah, there's something he's not telling us about this, and I really want to see if we can figure out what it is. I do think this is like a critical aspect of the lore. That's my personal take on it. Like, what is exactly happening in the middle of the night that demands his attention? Like my assumption is that it has to do with Kayla, right? Because like I last time I watched him live, he actually got up in the middle of the stream to go check up on her, which is interesting because like why would you need to do that? Like it just doesn't make any sense to me. But
Me telling you about it would be me trying to make it acceptable. Me not telling you about it goes, it's never acceptable whether there's an excuse or not. Got it. I got it. I hate fucking canceling shows. I hate it. So I don't want to do it anymore. But reality is what it is. If I have to cancel a show, I try to cancel it immediately and offer an alternative. Same night, the next night, whatever it is, and push it back, push it the next day. I don't care.
I can't even drink this full glass of tea.
I don't care. But that said, it's a weird defense that doesn't need to be made because the assumption is that you're making the opposite choice until you announce that choice. And that's not how it works. So I fucking hate it. Here we go. Koof says, thank you all for not killing yourselves. Very important, guys, for not killing yourselves. Thank you.
Yeah, he says that, but he shits on John later in the stream.
Oh shit, we got to do this. We got to do this. Tub Boss says he let other law tubers take the lead with a Fannie Willis hearing. There's no chance old school Nick would have done that.
Oh,
Tub Boss.
oh,
Trial streams are not the main focus of the Rekieta Law channel. They never have been.
you're delusional. That is straight up delusional. That is like almost as bad as the time that he said that like Rekieta Law was never a law channel, which in and of itself is retarded. But like, wow, that is a new one. Yeah, we don't do trial coverage here. Then what are you doing exactly? You know, like, no. Like, this kind of thing is what propels your channel into relevancy. Like, no. You cannot say that after the Rittenhouse and the Depp thing. Like, no.
They were incidentally created out of my desire to watch Kyle Rittenhouse go on trial. And then other people joining me riding that wave when I could. I mean, I want to do trial streams all the time. No. Most trial streams are more boring than a male hooker who's a starfish. Why would you do these things? I don't fucking get it. If you have a starfish, they better be fucking hot. These guys aren't thinking like that. They never were.
But he's totally not a homosexual, guys.
Women are fucking retarded. Here we go.
Oh no!
Hey, Nick from Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Hey, what's up, buddy? I'd almost done with an app designed to pull super chats, Romo rants into a single place.
Okay, so like he's just reading super chats. How long? It's a 3-hour watch. How long is it just him reading chats? That's crazy. Not drunk.
This $36 gadget cleans any bathroom in 5 minutes. It's a new handheld scrubber that's already being called. This $36 gadget cleans any bathroom in 5 minutes. It's a new handheld scrubber that's already being.
Guys, here's the deal. Voodoo on me says, hello all, is this dude drunk? Voodoo on me, if you think this is drunk, an empty whiskey glass, which means there's no liquor in it, which means I haven't drank it all.
What?
You think I'm drunk? Let me show you what drunk is. You have no idea. William Maddie says, rackets be like, I'm drinking, bitch. No, I'm not even there. I'm literally not there. If I was there, guys, You know that Dr. Seuss book, Oh, the Places You'll Go?
Enough with the licking the bottle.
The Dr. Seuss book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. He's like,
That shit pisses me off. Like, what is he doing that for?
I drink vodka in a can. I drink vodka with my dad. I drink vodka with his mistress, and I
Okay.
drink vodka.
There's one simple sugar hack anyone can do to balance blood sugar levels almost overnight. Drinking warm water before bed balances blood sugar levels overnight. Thousands of people are. There's one simple sugar hack anyone can do to balance blood sugar levels
Okay.
almost overnight.
TW from MN says, I'm out. Came for the topics, not drunken rants. Oh my God, who misrepresented to you what this show ever was?
Aw, come
I
on.
have no idea. Who did that to you? Why they hurt you? Well, why? Why would you say that? Why would you do this thing and go, I'm here for this, not this? You're here for you, not me. Go anywhere else. I don't know how to say it. Years and years and years now. Years and years and years now. I'm here to see this, not that. Go to it. Go find what you're looking for. It's great. Go find it.
This is why you're bleeding
Why
subs.
would you watch a show you don't like? This is the weirdest fucking thing about the internet. You're like, I don't like this show. Why are you there? I've hated this show forever. Why are you there? Guys, get busy in your lives. Get fucking busy. If you're like, I do not like this show that I'm spending hours and hours watching. Guys, if a
You do a highly specialized legal show that covers fringe internet topics and lawsuits, right? Like, for a long time, nobody was doing the same thing you are. In a lot of ways, I would say, like, Classic Nick is still not really being replicated by the more serious modern LawTube, right? Because they wouldn't do stuff like Maddox or Vic or, like, whatever. Like, they would have done Rittenhouse and Depp, but not like the niche stuff that like Rekieta made his name on, right? Like again, like here's the issue is that like nobody else is doing what you're doing, like what you're supposed to be doing, what the people are there for, you know? Like now people are watching because it's a train wreck in motion. You know, I started watching again because it's a train wreck in motion. You know, like it's of course people are going to complain, you know, just like they complain about like DSP or Wings. You know, they still watch those personalities even though they hate them. But like, yeah, like this is what being a locale means, Nick, is that people are going to watch you even if they don't like your content.
show on TV is 22 minutes with ads. It's about faggotry. Literal faggotry was like faggots on the spectrum in love. You know what I'd rather do than spend 22 minutes watching that show? I would rather go down on a woman one last time and have a 22 caliber Derringer in her vagina shooting the bullet into my fucking mouth and ending my life. That's what I would rather do. Fucking talk about network TV programming.
I find it interesting that he equates like having sex with a woman with being killed. You know, like just like in American Beauty, where like like wait a minute, that's kind of sus.
Like, well, I came for the topics. You came for the topics. Oh, did you? You're jerking off to the title of a stream? You came for the topics? Did the topics thank you? Did you buy them dinner? Did they buy you dinner? Did they buy you like a butt plug?
Yeah, of course people are going to come to the top. Like, I had this problem too back in the day. This is not a recent thing, right? Like, John Oliver permissions Clarence Thomas, SCOTUS on bump stocks, Hawaii versus SCOTUS, and more. Like, when you see a title like that, you expect to be seeing that being discussed in the stream. You know, I didn't even look at the title because, like, I knew what to expect, but, like, yeah, like, this, Nick, is a problem. You are misleading your audience as to what the show actually is. If you're going to talk about, like, how much you hate your depressed audience, making fun of them for being suicidal. Like, put it in the video title. Like, oh, John should totally kill himself. Like, again, people who wanted to watch it would click on it and watch the stream and maybe tell you how terrible it is, right? But they wouldn't be they wouldn't be pointing out how the video title is misleading, right? Because it wouldn't be true, right? Like, this is an issue. Like, this is a legit problem, and he never ever wants to acknowledge it. It's so frustrating.
They do anything? No, of course not. You know why? Paid for the topics? Have you ever met live broadcasting? No one cares about the fucking topics except you.
Then why do so many people bring this up, Nick? Why do I bring it up? I think this is this was the issue that really got me to stop watching Rekieta Law, right? Like, at its fundamental core, right? Which is why I'm so angry about it. Like, I tune into a show to hear you talk about certain topics, and then hearing, like, I don't know, Drexel, like, just talk about degeneracy for 5 hours, or Iron Liz, like, not talk about that guy with the glasses for like 2 hours. Like, when you see that over and over and over again, you get really, really tired of it. Okay? Like, this is unacceptable behavior, right? You are wasting everyone's time.
Nobody does. Nobody gives a shit. Here's why. They're like, this guy's a retard. He's going to do whatever he wants to do. At some point, it's going to be a train wreck and it'll be funny. Yes, of course. We all know. We all know. I know you faggots think you're so fucking smart. You're like, aha! These guys don't know they're retarded. No, we know we're retarded. We're trying to get you to catch up.
Yeah, that's the name of the show. Rekieta Retardation.
That's the embarrassing point of all of this. You're watching Rekieta Law for the topics? Oh my God. Are you watching the Enron trial for tax advice? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? You should come here because
I'm like offended on this guy's behalf. Like, I am so upset at this. Like, holy shit. Like, fuck this guy.
you're depressed and you have nothing else to do in your life. That's why you should watch Rekieta Law. If you're like a happy person, you're like, I got great things going on. Don't watch me. Wait. And when your life crumbles apart, come back. We will welcome you with open dicks. Ellie fan says, why are you gay? Ellie.
Thanks, Ellie.
Why am I gay? Do you really want me to answer this question, Ellie?
Oh, no.
Here's why, Ellie.
He's going to explain why he's gay.
God wanted me to walk by you. You to look at me and go, fuck, I want that mushroom stamp on my xiphoid process.
What?
And me to look back and go, you're you. I've never seen an attractive version of you, but I know that you pretend at least to like dick.
What?
Here's a pity stamp.
What?
And anything else beyond that makes me
What
want to
the
shove
fuck?
myself in Hitler's ovens.
What?
Mallard.
What the hell was that? Like, I don't even know what to make of that. Like, what the hell was that? Like, huh? I hate replaying it because I want to go ahead, but like, what the fuck was that?
Have you ever met live broadcasting? No one can do whatever. Aha! You're watching Rekieta Law for you. Like, I got great things going on. Don't. Why am I gay? Do you really want me to answer this question, Ellie? Here's why, Ellie. Because God wanted me to walk by you. You to look at me and go, fuck, I want that mushroom stamp on my xiphoid process.
Is this him trying to make her into the new I think he called her Ellie, right? So it's a girl, presumably. Like, is he trying to, like, Mandy her? Like, I don't know what he's trying to do here. Like,
And me to look back and go, you're you. I've never seen an attractive version of you, but I know that you pretend at least to like dick. So here's a pity stamp. And anything else beyond that makes me want to shove myself in Hitler's ovens.
Uh, wait, what? I just what? I don't know what he's talking about. Was that him claiming to be like okay, I don't know what to say. Like I really don't. Like again, like he becomes so incoherent sometimes. Like I just can't I just can't do it. Like I have no idea. Like I'm not enough of a like I don't I guess I'm not big brained enough to like point it out. Like he brought up God and then Hitler and then like why didn't he answer the question? Like okay.
Mallard Fizz says, read my last message. XOX. Read your last message. What do you even mean by that? Finally, we've got Miss Natty Lamar says, hail drunk Nick. Much love, heart. That's you.
Oh,
Mr. Natty Lamar. Now you give your woman the proper amount of passed on affection from me.
hang on. So is it just me, or does he act like? Does he treat the female members of his audience like completely different than like the male ones? Like I've never noticed this before, but like it almost comes off as kind of like flirty. Hang on, let's replay that
What do you
again.
mean by that?
Like he was notorious for doing this with Mandy, but I guess he must.
Finally, we've got Miss Natty Lamar says, hail
Yeah,
drunk
miss.
Nick. Much love, heart. That's you. Mr.
Yeah.
Natty Lamar. Now you give your woman the proper amount of passed on affection from me as you determine, or take all of it. I don't care. Fire PS is what?
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like he wanted to like I don't know, like yeah, that is something I haven't seen a lot of people bring up. Like the Mandy thing is something everyone knows, but like yeah, he must treat like all of his female audience members like that. That like, oh, I would want to bang you if I wasn't married. Like
Message you have for your haters tonight. Guys, what message do I have for the haters tonight?
oh like me? People like me?
Oh my God. How do we do this? How do we do this? How the fuck do we do this? Message you have for your haters.
Oh
Thank
no,
you
what's he
for
gonna
showing
say?
up. Try being less poor.
Being less poor.
Most importantly,
Wow, he thinks I'm poor. Like really, that's his big insult to like Cody Lee of blackcatbooks.org is that I'm poor. Like really? Like come on, Nick, you can do better than that.
if you think that communicating to a streamer that they're drunk and you don't like them, doing that over and over and over, while they get the view credit, the chat credit, the interaction credit, and maybe even super chat credit, you think that telling them is super important to them. Oh my God. Have you ever considered the fact anybody who's willing to sit for hours and hours at a time in front of a camera just so that maybe 5 people, but hopefully way more, maybe 500, maybe 5,000, but maybe 5 people will sit and look at them and go, God damn, I want to shove my fist in their vagina. You go, oh God, I wish I had a vagina. If you don't understand how this interaction works, YouTubers, Rumble streamers, Twitch streamers, whatever, all have the appropriate level of narcissism to demand some sort of affirmation of who they are. If you tell them that they're not sexy enough for their partner, but you would shove that fist so far in that pussy, you pull out a fucking Cane's chicken wing the next day. I'm gonna take this home. You're like, don't you want a fire hose? Do that? No. If you don't get this thing, like it, how do I state this? We're gonna quit. Why do you hate dogs? Because they're gay.
Doesn't he own a dog though? Like they bought a dog some time ago, and like he still talks shit about the dog, and like people talk about the kids a lot, but like I have never heard him like talk about the dog at all. Like I legit wonder if that thing is even still alive. If anybody's like remembered to feed it, but like yeah, it was like it was like that stupid looking pug thing, and like
Love the pie says. Wait, oh shit. Andrew Sun says, did Nick's wife finally leave him? I don't know. Ask her. I can't figure it out.
oh no, oh no,
If you don't get this thing, like it.
oh no, Felton.
State this.
You gotta watch that again. That's too good.
Quit. Why do you hate dogs? Because they're gay. Love the pie says. Wait, oh shit. Andrew Sun says, did Nick's wife finally leave him? I don't know. Ask her. I can't figure it out.
Oh come on. Really? Like I can't figure it out. Really? I don't know. That is not something you say if you're in like a happy relationship, I feel like. I mean, the fact that we keep bringing this up, like I actually said in my if you haven't seen it, please check it out. My Rekieta retardation, like 2024 predictions. One of the things I did emphasize in that is that like I 100% do think Kayla's gonna leave him this year. Like I do think it's gonna happen. So we'll have to see if that like pans out to be true, but like I do think it's well on its way to happening. So
It's the funniest thing in the world. People do this this thing where they're like, "Oh, I got him." Guys, you don't ever have some streamer. You don't ever have them. You never figured it out. I know you think you have. It's cool. If you had figured it out, they'd literally put a bullet in their mouth because your theories are that out there. What you've done is instigated a conversation, but you don't actually want the response. Because what you want is for the response to match your expectations, but it won't, because I already told you if the response was
like Rekieta, you're not like owning the haters, right? Like it's just it's not working. Okay, like your attempts at downplaying all of your problems, like it's not working. It's not taking off. Nobody buys into it. Like you are failing. You know, like it just
is actually accurate to your expectations, they'd put a bullet in their mouth. But they don't. Over and over. Do you know why? Kiwi Farms, you're so fucking smart. Do you know why people
well,
don't just literally kill themselves? Because you're not actually right about them. So we go to this place where they want you to do this thing and answer this thing or that thing, but they're too fucking afraid to deal with a real answer. So when you give them one, they won't accept it. They're like, it's a cope.
it is a cope though. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how many times have people like asked you questions like in the past that like you've just straight up dodged, right? You know, like Ellie's like, "Oh, are you gay?" Like, he didn't give a straight answer to that. You know, has Kayla left him yet? Oh, I don't know. Like, what do you think about Mandy? Oh, I don't. You know, what do you think about the Vic McDonough case? Oh, I don't know anything about that. You know, like people are asking you like really big, like hard hitting questions that like are important to the channel, are important to like you as a person, are like have deeply affected like the people around you and stuff like that are major deals in the LawTube sphere. And like you just kind of refuse to address them. Yeah, it is a cope. Like we're not like reaching to make fun of you, right? Like you're kind of doing that to yourself. Like it's obvious to anyone who's paying attention to you that yes, you are coping and you are seething.
The entire time they're sitting there coping about their own lives. It's fine. People do this literally every day. Go for it. You can't create reality out of your failed perceptions. You can't demand other people to conform to your reality.
Okay, then why are you expecting Kiwi Farms to like conform to your version of like the shower combo, right? Why are you expecting other people to like worship you for existing? Like why are you getting mad at people for asking you about like the whole like staying on topic thing? Like
Out of those same perceptions. I was intending to give a ton of rum tonight to a specific person. They didn't want it.
wait,
Cool.
who?
I don't care about that. But the idea is if you express a certain desire for a certain thing, and someone offers to fulfill it, you go, oh, is that desire real or not? They say, I don't want it actually. They're like, no, here it is.
Hang on, we got to backtrack here.
The idea is if you express a certain desire for a certain
Wait, hang on.
specific person out of those same perceptions. I was intending to give a ton of rum tonight to a specific person.
Okay, tonight. So assuming Kayla's the only other person in the house with him, like he was gonna give rum to Kayla, and she said no, and he's seething about that. That's kind of the impression I get here. Like assuming he is talking about Kayla, which I assume he is, considering he's like in a rather homosexual fashion using like they them pronouns for this individual, right? It's like wait a minute, Nick. Like it's almost like you don't want us to speculate like who the person you're talking about is.
They didn't want it. It's cool. I don't care about that. But
Yeah, she didn't want it.
the idea is if you express a certain desire for a certain thing, and someone offers to fulfill it, you go, oh, is that desire real or not? They say, I don't want it actually. They're like, no, here it is. I don't want it actually. Okay. That's the part that the internet will never see is when you offer the thing they ask for, you turn it down. You go, here it was. You had your shot. You didn't take it. Welcome to Kiwi Farms.
What did any of that have to do with Kiwi Farms? Hang on, let's backtrack again.
Is that desire real or not? They say, I don't.
I hate like philosophical Rekieta, by the way. This is a new low for him. Like nothing he says makes any sense. It's so incoherent. He thinks he's being really profound. It's like, man.
Want it actually. They're like, no, here it is. I don't want it actually. Okay. That's the part that the internet will never see is when you offer the thing they ask for, you turn it down. You go, here it was. You had your shot. You didn't take it. Welcome to Kiwi Farms. An entire collection of people who had their shot, never took it, but then shit on all the people who did take it because they resent the fact they never did.
Wait, what? What? So what, is he accusing Kiwi Farms of being jealous of his success? Like, no, that is straight up delusional. Come on.
They wonder why these people that they don't like possibly have made it when they couldn't.
Well, you're a trust fund kid, Nick. Like it has nothing to do with your skill as a lawyer or as a streamer, because you are objectively terrible at both.
Guys, the funniest thing is your own worst enemy is always you. No one told you not to take the shot. Only your own insecurities and your own failures told you not to take the shot. So when you tell all of us that we shouldn't have taken the shot, you go, but none of us failed. You want us to fail. You beg for us to fail. You try to convince us that we did. But we get the paycheck, and all you get is a smug satisfaction of some gay faggot in ninth grade telling you, yeah, actually don't take a shower with the other boys because your penis is small. And so are you. You're like, oh my God, I'm scared.
Well, first of all, Nick, like this stream is monetized, so I am making money off this stream. So, secondly, um, like, okay, we gotta watch that again.
You beg for us to fail. You try to convince us that we did. But we get the paycheck, and all you get is a smug satisfaction of some gay faggot in ninth grade telling you, yeah, actually don't take a shower with the other boys because your penis is small. And so are you. You're like, oh my God, I'm scared of myself. Enjoy being scared of yourself and scared of other people's opinions for the rest of your life because you listened to Wafy Faggot in ninth grade and nobody else. They told you actually just go for life. Cheers. To you, cheers.
It's really weird how like he acts like my contempt for him is motivated by jealousy. Like I don't know. Like I think it's safe to say like none of that's true for like anybody that I'm aware of in the sphere. Not for Kino Casino, not for Jim, not for Alyssa. Like nobody that I'm aware of is like jealous of Rekieta. Actually, that's something I've talked about a little bit. I don't know if I've ever openly said this like on a stream or something or whatever, but I mentioned it in passing. I don't envy Rekieta at all. Right, like he is everything that I don't want to be as a person. I really feel um that at some point in my life I really wanted to have everything he added. He has, I wanted like the law degree, I wanted like the wife and the kids and my own practice, and I would do YouTube on the side and just enjoy life and just have a good. Like I remember thinking that was like my ideal, and then seeing this guy kind of live out that dream. It was the reality is way different than what you imagine it to be in a lot of ways. It's kind of strange in that way. Like my life turned out like radically different than I expected it to. Like I didn't expect the books to take off as quickly as they did. But yeah, looking back on it, like yeah, I wouldn't change anything. Like I'm very happy with how my life turned out. Honestly, like I remember thinking that I was miserable all the time and that like I hated where I was and what I was doing and I was jealous of other people. But like when all is said and done, like I didn't turn out like Nick, you know? Like Nick is like complaining about schedule problems and not being able to maintain like a consistent stream schedule, and yet here I am working like 12 hours a day, like being able to come in and do shows regularly around like 7:30, 8:30 a.m., right? Like I'm able to do that pretty consistently if I want to, right? Obviously not every day because it doesn't work out for me, but like yeah, like I'm doing it today. I'll do it tomorrow. Like for the Nintendo Direct, like I'll probably do it for the Pokemon Presents as well. Like yeah, I'm very happy with who I am, and I'm sure that's true for like everyone else in the community as well. Like I don't want to speak for them, but like that's just my experience with it. Like it comes off like pure projection on his part, the way he always tries and like, oh, you're just coping, you're just depressed. Like no, I think Nick is in a way worse position than we are. Because I'm not trapped in a loveless marriage. I don't like rely on my parents' trust fund money. I don't do any of the things he's done. Like I haven't like sabotaged my own online career, you know. Like Nick had everything and he just threw it all away to be a drunk on the internet.
Kiwi Farms. I hope you all make $1 million. Funny thing is, I know none of you ever will.
Was Nick jealous of Jack Murphy? That's a good point. Like, it was okay for Nick to go after like all these other targets. Jack Murphy, like Ron Soye, like all of those guys, like Monica Rial, like everyone, right? But when it happens to him, like, oh, you're just jealous. You're just jealous of my success, which is just ridiculous. How often, Like someone on Kiwi Farms did like a compilation of like his super chat money. He's bleeding money and has been for a long time. And we've known that, but like, the super chat thing has dried up. And like the cope from his camp right now is that like Rumble is covering it and that he doesn't want super chats anymore, but that's obviously not true. Like he really thinks that Rumble is just gonna like keep giving him checks for like doing what he's doing forever, and that's obviously not gonna happen. That's one of the things I really should have talked about more in my Rekieta or prediction videos. I forgot. I completely forgot to mention the Rumble contract. I 100% think it's the new one is not going to be favorable, or he's going to lose out on the perks. Like straight or they will straight up not renew it. Like I don't think he's doing a ton of numbers for them. Like he completely fell off after signing that contract. Right? That's around the point that happened. So I can't imagine Rumble's happy with him. I wouldn't be. So
Here we go. Miss Nanny Lamar says, "Hail, drunk Nick."
wait, he already read that. Wait, hang on.
Much love. Cheers to you. Hackmeister says, "Nick, much love, no homo. Have you tried Macallan Double Oak? Double Oak cast. It's a Scotch, brother, but it's so good. No, I have not. Macallan's fine. I haven't had it recently. Jedi Knight Justice for Gina Carano says, Nick, do you like the show Wednesday? Jenna Ortega is pretty hot. Never watched it. Don't give a shit about any of that. Aussie Overlord says, had an
He does not look good. Look at that. Look at that face. He looks so haggard.
absolute cunt of a couple of days. Somehow the one stream I tuned into is you plastered out of your mind. Fuck, I missed this. Hold on. Plastered out of your mind, or out of your goddamn mind, and still somehow giving advice that inadvertently makes me feel better. Keep being you, faggot. I can't fucking say it any different. Guys. Be encouraged by this. Be encouraged by this. Do not pay attention to people who demand something from you. Mock them, make fun of them. You are always in control of your own marketing.
But if you don't deliver on a product that you promise to your audience, they have a right to be upset with you, right? Like look at George R.R. Martin, right? Like he spent the past 10 years not working on Game of Thrones, right? Not finishing A Song of Ice and Fire, and what happened? Like his career is just tanked, and like everyone knows he's never gonna finish it. Like that's gonna be one of those things I do when like I start like giving interviews about my inspirations. Yeah, the reason I write so many books, it's because I didn't want to turn out like George R.R. Martin. Like that is 100% going to happen because it is true, right? Like people are mad about George R.R. Martin for a reason. Just like people are mad at you for a reason. You did not deliver on the product that you promised. Like you can't just backtrack and say like, "Well, actually, I can't. I don't want to do that." But you promise you would do that. Oh, but it doesn't matter. I'm in control. I do what I want. I'm a complete free agent. That isn't how that works. Like when you're self-employed, like Rekieta is, you have to please your customers. You have to market to them. You have to give them what they want. You have to like deliver a product. You have to deliver a show. Like this. This is not a show. Like, how long have I been watching this? Like half an hour of just him sitting there, like reading chats, like dodging like real questions, and like complaining about Kiwi Farms, complaining about Null. Like, I keep expecting him to see him like make talk about Harmon Smith. Like I keep expecting him to like put my name in his mouth, but like it hasn't happened yet. But
if other people come in and like, I demand you to respond to this thing, that thing. Two options. Respond as they ask, or respond as you would respond. Knowing that these people cannot do anything to you. And the reason, there's a very, very specific reason that these people, you know who I'm talking about, cannot do anything to you is this. They cannot bring themselves to a place of success and security. They can't do it.
Wait, what?
By consequence,
I'm the instant I like hit 50,000 books sold in like a year, I will be like completely financially secure. Like at that point, I'll be like, I'll have everything paid for. Like I'll have like a nest egg. I'll be able to put out more books. You know, I'm not gonna quit my job right away. So like, yeah, like technically that can happen at any time, right? Like obviously I have to like commit myself, put out new books, like expand my audience, you know, do other things, like do these kind of YouTube shows, like make new videos, you know, talk about stuff, yeah, like do things, right? Like the idea that I'm not successful is like laughable, right? Especially considering like where I was like 5 years ago, you know, like considering what like I've been going through lately, like yeah, saying I haven't been extraordinarily successful is ridiculous. I think. Uh, I I don't I don't agree with that at all.
they literally
Oh,
cannot
last morning.
bring you down to a place of unsuccess and insecurity.
Well, like okay, here's the thing. Rekieta's his audience. Okay, Rekieta is bringing himself down with his actions, right? Like there's a certain amount of truth to the fact that like his audience can't like take away his trust fund and can't take away like his established like you know the core audience that will like blindly support him no matter what he does. But like I think like Rekieta himself is bringing about his own downfall, just like Ralph brought about his own downfall, just like Boogie, just like Wings of Redemption, just like Darkside Phil, just like Chris Chan, right? This is a lol behavior where like the things that are going wrong in their lives have nothing to do with the audience that are making fun of them. Like it is entirely because of their own actions and their own behaviors, and I think above all their own inability to change. I do think that like more than anything is what makes these people like true locals is that like they don't change. They go online, complain about their problems, like pull stunts, like oh buy this 100,000 Tesla for me, right? Like like refuse to get real jobs, refuse to like do anything. Like you have all these common threads that bind all these people together, right? Like that's what a true locale is someone who just refuses their change, their like self-destructive behavior.
Unless you acquiesce to their assessment.
The loss of status more than anything. Yes, I do think that's the problem. Is that like he's losing like the illusion of success, and that's like something that really is really detrimental to him and his brand because like he doesn't have as many women in his chat. Like that's a big deal for him.
Can't do it. They want to be able to do it. They wish they were a force for their intentions. They can't be though. And they can't be because they're embarrassing failures at their own life. You can see it dripping through every comment, every assessment, and every criticism of everyone they don't like. And it's so fucking funny because the things that they criticize those people of, those people don't care about those criticisms because their success is based on other criticisms. The thing that these people are criticizing is what they think is success, and they're wrong. And that's how you know they literally never had it. It's funny to us. It's funny to other people who watch it and go, oh shit, they're way wrong in this.
Okay, who exactly is like following along with Rekieta and it's just like, oh, these people who are making fun of him, they don't know what Rekieta is actually based. He's trad. He's the coolest guy. Nobody thinks that. Like nobody. It's
not funny to the people who say it because it literally reveals their failure, which they already knew, because that is why they were commenting in the first place. They had already failed. There was no path to success. And guess what? Some of these Kiwi farmers, some of these commentators,
I'm shocked that like nobody from Kiwi Farms clipped this, by the way. Like I don't know who's watching this. If anyone could clip this and like post it there, I find this really interesting. I think yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream soon because I'm busy like later today. But like but like yeah, this is actually a really interesting stream. I feel like the more I watch like these Nick streams, the more I realize how little goes undocumented. Like we're basically reliant entirely on Alyssa and entirely on Kiwi Farms, and we don't necessarily get like everything interesting documented. And it's no fault of Alyssa's, obviously. Like she tends to pick and choose what she wants, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with what she does, but like there is a lot to unpack here, like with how he views his audience and how like his refusal to admit he's a lol cow and like the weird flippy flop between like making fun of lol cows and becoming one himself. Like just the never ending justification for his behavior, I think, is appalling. It's just it's so bizarre to me how long he's been ranting about nothing. Like
here we go. This is fun. Not only do I know them, do I know their failures? Do I know their social security checks? Do I know their inability to even contact their own family for help? Do I know their desire to leave their own state? Oh, man.
yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call it quits. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Okay, let me see if there's any Kiwi Farms updates, and then we'll call it quits. I'm really sorry I had to end the stream, guys. Like I said, I've been working all day, like over 13 and a half hours, like nonstop. Uh, I guess. Let's see. Have you seen his face? I doubt he can muster the energy and sheer Goku get him attitude of the Ralpha male. I'd say Nick looks like he has one foot in the grave already, but damn, he looks like he's dead already but didn't get the message yet. Which is the perfect time to have another drink. Don't let the incel prudes tell you what to do. It hits even better if you butt chug, and it's not like you haven't shoved bottles up your ass before. Go on, toast to still being alive, Nick. Okay, that seems to be okay. We are up to date on the Rekieta thing. Yeah, I legit think like hmm, I do think we need to start like doing these kind of shows regularly. Like this might be the focus of LeeLive, like actually, like for the foreseeable future. Because like first of all, there's a lot to unpack here with like these Rekieta streams and the things he says and just the weird nonsense that comes out and like I just don't feel like I'm really doing enough to keep up with it all. Like I don't think anybody is. Like it's so impossible to keep up with. Like you know, it was crazy. Like a lot of people pointed this out with like the gym thing when like you went on with Kino Casino. Like it was shocking how little like any of them seem to know about the lore. You know, like how like poorly they explain like the Drexel thing and like the Baldo and like all the crazy things Nick have done. Like you can't explain this to people. Like you just kind of have to watch it live. And I suppose if you're not like following it along with it really closely, I think Kino Casino is like very reliant on Kiwi Farms for their intel, and there's nothing wrong with that really. But I think a big reason why Alyssa is so successful, and a reason why I am so successful when it comes to Rekieta retardations, is that we actually do watch the streams, and we actually do have like an idea of what Nick says and he does. Like it's just like when you actually like start processing that, like when you really start like actually taking time to follow along with this, like you see someone who's completely deranged, someone who's like out of touch with reality. It's unbelievable. Oh man, I gotta. Oof. Yeah, I gotta. Yep, it's time to go to bed. Oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. Okay, yeah, I've been pushing myself too much, I think. Yeah, so no more excuses. I'm signing off now. I'll try to come back on tomorrow. We'll do a reaction to the Nintendo Direct, and I will see you all then. Thank you.